And it's with great pleasure that I welcome all the members, retirees, staff, observers, and guests to the Prairie Regional Council 2026.
So welcome to Edmonton, everyone. Now I'll tell you what's going on in the Western region. We've seen continued incredible bargaining activity for thousands of members. We've expanded our efforts to organize new members in places like our first Amazon certification and in energy and aviation organizing right here in the Prairies. We did this while facing down the grave threat to our jobs and our sovereignty amid hostile trade actions by the U.S. against us. Thousands of workers have lost their jobs and more lose them daily. Alberta, it's ground zero for protecting workers' rights in this country. The UCP under Daniel Smith, they didn't just order the teachers back to work, they stripped their right to strike. They stripped their rights to local bargaining. They imposed the government's proposals. They levied fines if they dared to fight back. And then they wrapped the whole thing in the notwithstanding clause to shut the courts out entirely. The decision by the teachers to return to work in the face of that draconian law shaped all the discussion. And I came away from those difficult conversations knowing you don't build an army on the day of the battle.
The reality is things are getting tougher. Big employers, some of the biggest that we have in the country right now, are whispering in the ears of politicians.
This is why unions play an essential role in a healthy economy, because without it, that asymmetry between an individual worker and an employer who has much more power, what you'll have is a concentrated wealth at the top, and everyone else will be struggling just to stay alive.
Collective bargaining is how we lift working people up. It's our most powerful tool, but so is the collective power of our union to affect change, legislative change, societal change.
So I want to thank Unifor for all the amazing work that you do. I like people who fight for their rights, and Unifor are definitely people who fight for their rights.
Alberta needs strong unions. Alberta needs stable leadership working all in the same direction. And what you folks do is you show us how to do that every single day.
Politics matters to the working conditions and the living conditions of our members, because decisions get made without our input or with it. Because if workers are not at the table, they're on the menu, people.
The Prairie region continues to play a vital role in our union's activity across Canada, whether it's energy, transportation, manufacturing, public sector, and beyond. Your work on the front lines of advocacy and your leadership is seen by everyone across Canada.
We're not going to wait for the fight to come to us. We instead chose to build, to prepare, to find allies, and to make our movement stronger.
Now is the time to come together and to build for the future, to make sure that we put Canadian workers to work when we build it. I look forward to the day I can reintroduce card check, anti-scab protection, and rebalance labor legislation in Saskatchewan again.
At a big union meeting like this, it feels empowering to see.
Being a part of this union means building a better future for my family and the community.
Being a part of this union means you can empower the young people.
And it's very nice to show up and hear that everybody has the exact same problems and there are different fixes for their problems.
Then all the members get together in different regions to find out what they're doing to maybe help us to fight for what they have and what we need.
And we need our union now more than ever to be the hope, to show the way, to stand tall in the face of what we are dealing with south of the border, to counter the growing corporate greed we see every day. We can't just complain. We've got to put solutions out into the world. So let's keep building. Let's keep demanding. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep showing up for each other. Let's be the union that shows up for other workers too. And yes, a union that never, ever gives up. Thank you very much, and solidarity with all of you.